Hello everybody, my name is Levi, and today I'll be presenting my informative speech about the hacky sack. Now, first we're going to be talking about what is a hacky sack, who invented it, so the history behind it, and then my second point we'll be talking about when choosing a hacky sack, what is best, what is not best, all of that. And, well, let's get this started. So, the first part is who invented it. The inventors of the hacky sack were John Stallberger and Mike Marshall, and it was invented in 1972. Now, the reason they invented it was because they just wanted a fun way to exercise, and, it's like that balloon game, keep off the ground. It's not a real game, but we all played as a kid where you just have a balloon and you just keep the balloon off the ground as much as possible. Now, of course, this is not a balloon, this is a hacky sack. A hacky sack is meant for your feet. So, when using a hacky sack, alright, first of all, it's called a foot bag because, one, you're, kicking it with your foot, but also because the goal of hacky sack is to not use your hands. That is the number one rule. I cannot stress enough. Don't use your hands, because if you use your hands, technically, you get pegged. That's just my own made-up rule, but that's to keep y'all in check if you use your hands. And the second rule of hacky sack, don't let it touch the ground, whether that means you lose a ligament or you tear a tendon, whatever it is. Really, don't be afraid to stretch a muscle. Don't be afraid of getting hurt, because it's all about getting the hacky sack. That is two main rules. Now, why is it called never mind. The next 2 points. What exactly is a hacky sack? So a hacky sack is just a cloth sack that has filling of sorts, which ranges from 3 main types of filling. You have a sand filling, a bead filling, and then a metal pellet filling. Now, bead filling, it kind of sucks, I gotta admit. You're pretty much just kicking a ball around, because one, you can't stall it. It just rolls right off. And two, it's just the lightest of the light. And, well, while talking about a hacky sack, I'll talk about where you can hit it on your legs, and also which one is best. So, of course, we already ruled out the bean hacky sack, or the bean filled one, because that one, it has too much bounce. So that means when you kick it, for example, it just bounces not where you want it to bounce. Now, with the sand filled one, of course, close enough. With the sand filled one, you can get it where you want it to kick, and you can stall it. Now, what is stalling? Stalling is pretty much when it's coming down in the air and you catch it like that. Now, of course, your feet can't grab it vertically, so it's where the top of your foot just holds it like that. Now, of course, it doesn't have to be the top of your foot, it can be any side of your foot, and you just stall it like that and you hold it in place, and then of course you keep going like that. Now, then there's the bounce. Now, of course, like that bead hacky sack, it bounced a lot, which isn't a bad thing. It's just it bounces where you don't want it to go. Now, a sand hacky sack, it has some good bounce, as seen right there. And now I don't have a metal filled hacky sack, because those ones kind of hurt your toes, because they're metal filled hacky sacks. But anyways, moving on. Wait, not yet. Well, sand is better than bead. Yeah. Next is where you can hit a hacky sack on your legs. So there are 8 different spots you can hit it. Of course, since you have 2 legs, then it's divided. So you can do on your knee right there, on your inner foot, your outer foot, and the top of your foot, as seen. Boom, boom, and it's really simple. It's really not that hard. And of course, when you get a good sack, alright, and you've been going for a long time, you're gonna have a chance to go for it and not worry about tearing a ligament, all that. But why do I hacky sack? Because it's fun. It's really fun. It's a challenge. It is a great workout or exercise, and so I highly recommend it. But there you go. Now you know about the hacky sack. It was invented in 1972 by two guys, probably two best buds, I don't know. But Mike Marshall and John Stahlberg. And, well, keep it off the ground. Don't be afraid to tear a ligament. And if you do, I mean, it depends what you're doing while trying. But if you're doing it while hacky sacking, then I highly respect that. And I thank you for coming and hearing my speech. And I'll see you guys next time. Beep boop.